Today we are at the taking a look at the remnants of the Confederate skirmish line or Confederate line out in front of Dole Salient, perhaps extending over into the area held by Daniel's men. And this is, as best we can tell, the extreme left of that line. Now, at this end, it's been very much damaged, not just by erosion, but probably by logging. And there's little to see here. It'll get better as we go to the right. And again, in these hardwood with leaves, very difficult to tell. So we'll proceed from left to right and take a look at what does remain. Again, there's little here, but notice that it is on the crest of a ridge that runs out in front of the works. You can see a valley ahead of us, and then the ground rises to the federal position on the other side of that valley. So when this line was put in is a matter of dispute. Some people think it was here early, others that it was not put in until after Upton's people withdrew. My personal opinion, I'll save that for a little later. But again, we'll walk up this line and try to show as best we can the remnants of the earthworks. Now again, to reinforce that it's on the crest, you can see the trench line a little bit better, but notice that back to the works, the Confederate, that goes down into another little valley, rises, and you can see the blue sky, indicating that there's still higher ground out there. So we'll proceed down the line and look as best we can at the remnants of these works. Again, in this area, this area was heavily sawmilled after the war. And you can imagine log skidders, mules, all of that effort certainly took their toll on these works. You can see now a small parapet went across. These works were certainly hastily dug and probably not occupied for very long. But a nice field of fire ahead of them. Works get more substantial as we head back, heading towards the road that Upton's people traveled from the Shelton, also known as the Short House. But you can see it's pretty evident now in the picture where the line is. Again, take a look to the front, and what a beautiful field of fire this would have been. And the ditching isn't very deep here, but the parapet is fairly thick. Again, running along here, a military craft. Now in front of this, you can see But here, they threw dirt from the front as well as the back. Line curls back. Now you're seeing what is obviously, before, it was just a simple trench that no trench traverses, balks, or anything like that. But here, looks like a bunch of connected rifle pits. One or two men, maybe, dug a section, then down a short distance. The same thing. And here it peters out. There's no trace leading on up to the road. We'll walk up to the road that Upton's people traveled to get to their jumping off point. Move to the right, and you can see the park sign denoting that the original woodline. So this entrenchment was not far inside the woods. Again, we'll continue up to the road, but there's no evidence now of any entrenchment. And here we are at the Shelton House Road. You can see that there's no evidence of works leading away on the right-hand side of the road. So this concludes this video of the Confederate skirmish line.